those 2 weeks she was, oh gosh, she was in the hospice and I didn't know. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's your girl, the Myeshia Shantal. If you're new and you want to be a part of the family and the crew, just make sure you hit that subscribe button below. But if you're returning, thank you so much for your unconditional support, because you are a real one for always coming back and supporting your girl and watching her videos. Today is going to be really personal. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, but now I think it's time for me to do it, because I went to church today. Really exhausted this morning, but I had to push through because I needed to be at church. Clearly the sermon was for me. So today the pastor, he talked about basically push through in order to get through. And so I'm just going to give y'all my life story, just in case it's someone else out there that's going through a similar situation that I went through in my past and still currently going through. And I just want to be like a word of encouragement, and just to show you guys that if I can make it through my situations, everything that I've been through in my entire life up to this point, you can too. Let's start from the beginning. So I'm 25 years old. I will be 26 February the 2nd of this year. Whoop whoop, you know, getting a little older. So just a little fast forwarding to my past. I am the 3rd child out of 6. I have 2 older sisters and 3 younger siblings, a younger brother and 2 younger sisters. On my mother's side and on my father's side, I'm the oldest. And then I have a younger sister and a younger brother. So altogether I have like 7 siblings and stuff, whatever. And I was a freshman. Well, it was my freshman year of high school. It was like the first week, actually, if I recall, 2008. The day before we started school, I spent the day with my father, and the following day I was supposed to go school shopping with him. But that night he was shot and killed. I was 14 years old. I was living with my mom and my stepdad, and so when my cousin, he came to our house, and I guess he told my mom the news, and she told me, and I just remember feeling really hurt, because I just saw him the day before, and I would have never thought it would happen. And so yeah, I was just really hurt, and I was young still, and so I'm sorry if I keep saying that, so y'all bear with me. I was really young and hurt, and school was the next day, and I really didn't know how to process my feelings at the time. So I didn't know how to feel, or I know that I was sad. I was devastated when I found the news, and that was in 2008. And since I had my stepdad and my mom, they were there to really comfort me in everything. And so, and family and friends, my grandma, grandpa, sisters, brothers, everybody was just around me, and that was a positive thing. And So, you know, I had to keep pushing forward. 2012, I graduated from high school. And then I got a basketball scholarship to play at a small private Christian school called True McConnell College. Back then, now it's called True McConnell University, I think. And so I went there in 2012 on a basketball scholarship. I did two years there. My sophomore year in college, that was 2014. I remember I was playing a basketball, like I had a game, and after the game, you know how you like go check your phone and all that stuff, you know, get dressed out, whatever. And so I checked my phone and I had like millions of missed calls and text messages. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is people blowing my phone up like this? Like, what is really going on? And so I didn't respond to anybody except for my older sister. So I called her back and I was like, what's up? And she told me, she was just like, Mom was just rushed to the hospital. I was just like, what? Repeat that? And she's like, yeah, she was just rushed to the hospital. And I'm like, where? And she told me Gainesville. And so where my school was located, Gainesville is like 30 minutes from there. I didn't have a car at the time, so I had, you know, I hit up my coach and I was just like, hey, my mom was just rushed to the hospital, can you take me there, blase blase. So fast forward, I get to the hospital and my sister told me that my mom had to have emergency surgery. And I'm like, for what? You know, like, what's going on? And she started telling me more and more details about it. And we found out that my mom had stage 4 colon cancer. And oh gosh, and if you guys don't know what it is, stage 4 is the worst stage of cancer. You have stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. And colon cancer, it's cancer of the large intestines. And so by the time I got there, she was already out of surgery and she was, you know, still drugged up from the medicine and all. I'm like, Mom, hey, it's me. And she's like, you got up here fast. And it was good to see her in good spirits, but since I was in school, I didn't see her. I wasn't there with her every day. I went home for, like, you know, every other weekend. Well, try to go home every other weekend or at least once a month, and then I went home for the breaks. And I went home for, I want to say, Christmas break, if I'm not mistaken. And having a family member, if any one of you guys have a family member that's dealing with cancer, you know that it's a toll on their body. And when I went home, gosh, my mom, she lost so much weight. It was like, it was unbearable to watch her go through this and struggle, because she was healthy her entire life. And gosh, and she lost all of her hair. So she started losing her hair. I guess she cut it really short. And that was the fall. The spring, well, when I went home for the summer, that spring, I was taking her back and forth to chemotherapy and radiation. And I decided not to go back to Truett that year. I decided to transfer to Clayton State, which is in Metro Atlanta area, because I didn't want to be at that school anymore. And excuse me. Okay. And so I remember my mom and my older sister and my nephew Bryden, they went to help me move in at Clayton State. And everything was fine. She was doing her thing. They were doing the thing, and I was really super excited to be there. And a week after, I get a call from my sister, and it was just like, Mom is back in the hospital again. I'm like, okay. And so they told me about hospital, and I was calling and checking up on her every day just to make sure she's okay. But they didn't tell me, oh gosh, the extent of it. So my mom, she was in the hospital for about 2 weeks. In those 2 weeks, she was, oh gosh, she was in the hospice, and I didn't know. And after those 2 weeks, I was out partying with some of my friends, and I was getting a lot of missed calls, but I didn't know like what was going on. And I finally answered when I got back to my apartment, and my sister was just like, Mom, she passed away. I gotta stop. Okay, I'm back. I just had to get myself together a little bit. But she was just like, Mom passed away, and I dropped everything. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I dropped everything, and I was destroyed. So many people called and texted me that night, and I did not answer nobody because I was still in disbelief. Like, I was just like, no, like, I just seen her 2 weeks ago. That's not true. Like, I thought I was dreaming. Because if you're close to one of your parents more than you're close to the other one, of course, you know. So my emotions hit me really hard when my mom passed away, because I live with my mom. She raised me. I was with her 21 years of my life, and so it kind of hit me a little harder than how my father's death, more than my father's death. But both of them are completely equal, and I was more so of a mama's girl instead of a daddy's girl. And I was just really destroyed. Like, I was destroyed completely. I didn't know how to feel. I thought I was dying. I wished that I was dead instead of her, because I had younger siblings that was 13, 14. They were really young, and I was 21. And yeah, so she passed away in 2015. And her funeral was probably the hardest. Like, I didn't want to accept it that she was actually gone, but she was gone from me physically, but not spiritually. In February of 2016, I found out that I had a tumor inside of my abdomen, and it was the size of a cantaloupe. And I had no idea it was there, and I had to have surgery in March of that 2016. And me thinking it was the worst, because cancer runs in my family a lot, and that's what I thought it was. When I got the first opinion, they thought it was, but then I got a second opinion, and they confirmed that it was non-cancerous, and I give God the most praise because of that. And so within that time span, a lot of stuff transpired and happened in my life. And that's my life story as far as the past. And now here in the present, I just want to let everyone know that whatever situation you're going through, whatever circumstance you're going through, you have the choice to either live or die from it. Like, you have the choice to either push forward or let it take you over and completely destroy you. Everyone's situation is different. Everybody's life is different. I really believe the statement that God gives battles to his strongest soldiers. He already knows the output of your life. He knows everything about you. He knows that he can give you this test and that you will pass it, you know. And I believe that everything that happens in your life is a lesson to be learned, even if you don't get the lesson until weeks, months, years down the road. It's something to be learned from that. And you don't know how strong you truly are until you're put in a situation where you depend on nothing but your strength. Nothing but your strength. I've been through so much shit. It should have got the best of me. But I have a strong mind. I really do have a strong mind. And you have a strong mind as well. You can get through anything. Everything that I have went through in my life, I know that it's a bigger picture. And I truly believe there's a bigger picture for my life. And I just want to let y'all know as well that whatever happens in your past, don't let it define your future. Because I graduated from college and I have my degree. I'm the first one in my family to have the degree. There's a purpose for your life as well. You are an amazing person. You're a great person. You will get through the storm. Just believe and pray and do what you gotta do. And don't let your mind take over. Don't let the negativity take away from the positive. And that's all I got for y'all today. And I just hope that anyone that is watching this, I just hope that helped you in a way that you can get through anything. You can. I'm an example. And so, thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel. I'm sorry that it was a very, very sentimental moment, but I had to let my story be told and be heard. And everyone's story is different. And so, enjoy the process of your story. It builds your character. Again, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'll see you guys next time.